rapid response team is made up of a nurse and a tech. To find out if you are part of that team for the day, look in the left-hand corner on the dailies. Check on arrival. You will respond to the first floor, basement, all of the north building, and the PEDS code blue. There is a new process coming for Foley's, and there is new equipment that is arriving, and everyone will be trained on it. Now for the blood culture review by Nancy.
Hi everybody. I wanted to go over 3 things that will ensure that your blood cultures will not be contaminated. We've had an increase in our contamination rates. We were 1.5, we are now at 2.4. So I just want to review 3 things to keep in mind, and that will ensure that your blood cultures do not get contaminated. Firstly, when you come on and you open up your blood culture bottles, remember to scrub them for 15 seconds with alcohol. And then I want you to remember to take the alcohol pad off. Alcohol works by drying, so if you leave the pads on, you're not going to disinfect your blood culture bottle tops. Second thing I want you to remember is when you identify your patient. Hi, I'm going to draw your blood cultures.
Hello.
And you select your site. You're going to scrub in a hashtag fashion where you're going to stick your patient. It's not a circular, it's a good scrubbing, and that also has to dry. So let that dry. Last but not least, you've come in with your gloves on while you've set up all your materials, and you've identified your site and you've scrubbed it. And just before you stick your patient, I want you to take off your gloves, re-gel, re-glove, and then go ahead and stick your patient. So in that way, you've ensured that your blood culture bottles are as clean as they can be, you've ensured that your site is as clean as you can be, and your hands are as clean as you can be. Thank you very much, and thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you.
Out from his coffin, Rex's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist.
1, 2, 3, action.
Come in. Oh, Dr. Goodwine.
Did you see this wonderful new ultrasound?
How much did that cost me? How much did that
it
cost?
wasn't the ultrasound that I wanted, but it's just as good.
You know, I go to these meetings and we are in red all the time. I cannot afford that.
This is a beautiful ultrasound. I was upstairs teaching everybody about the ultrasound, and you know what? It's
Does it come out of my field budget?
It was approved.
I go to budget meetings and we red all the time.
It was approved, Angie. It was approved.
No.
But I'm here to talk to you about our seizure medicines.
How much does that cost me?
Huh? Nothing. We already have them.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Tell me more.
So I want to talk to you about the intranasal midazolam and the diastat. Yeah. So do you have the email that I sent you?
No, I can't get in my email. It's all locked. Michelle!
Can you
Can
just
you call
pull it up?
IT? They need to call IT. I can't get in my
Just
email.
pull up the email.
No, I can't get in my email. You have to
Here,
do
let
it.
me help you.
You have to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me pull the email up for you.
Okay, you get it.
Okay.
You tell me about this midazolam?
Yes, so midazolam. So as you all know, we've been going over all these intranasal meds. So we want to share with you that there's another option for intranasal. We have midazolam for seizures. And so you can use 0.2 mg per kg intranasal
So why do you give this medicine?
for seizures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Very good, very good.
um,
We will be a bright shining star.
so your max dose is 10 milligrams. It's important to use the most concentrated product like you do with all the other intranasal medicines. And if your seizures persist 5 minutes after, you can consider repeating half the dose intranasally, intramuscularly, or intravenously. And then if you have pre-procedure anxiety, so let's say you have a patient that doesn't want to get a LAC done, or you have a kid that doesn't want to put their IV in and they're having trouble with that, you can also use midazolam at the same dose to help them with any of that pre-procedure anxiety.
Dr. Goodwin, you need to move your wig. Oh, much more beautiful, much more beautiful.
I know. Oh, I love this wig. Any questions about this one, Angie? Do you think our nurses can do this?
Well, pharmacy doesn't bring up these medications, and you know, you can't have the nurses document this all the time because the doctors don't write it. So what are the nurses going to do?
So the medication's already in the Omnicell. So it's the 10/2 or the 5/1 concentration. So they're already in the Omnicell. The atomizers are already in the EMS room. The doctors just have to write the order.
So this is best practice for our patients.
Best practice.
Because this is not an Angie Poha show.
So next is we just want to bring back Diastat. Do you remember Diastat?
Oh, correct.
Yeah. So these Diastats are available in your Omnicells as well. And we've had them for a while, but just because we're talking about seizures, we want to let you know that they're available and for the new nurses, how to use them again. So we're going to watch a quick video, or how to.
Before leaving the pharmacy with your
Make it big.
Before leaving the pharmacy with your Diastat AccuDial, you should always do the following step-by-step review.
So the nurse will be doing this,
Remove the Diastat AccuDial from the case.
or from the Omnicell.
Confirm that the prescribed dose, if known, is the correct dose. Make sure that the green ready band is visible. Then return the Diastat AccuDial to the case.
You won't be returning
And
it.
since you received 2 Diastat AccuDial delivery systems with
Not-
each
not
prescription,
relevant.
be sure to double check both. First, remove the protective cover. Then lubricate the tip with lubricating jelly. Turn the patient on the side facing you. Bend the upper leg forward, exposing the rectum. Separate the buttocks to expose the rectum. Gently insert the syringe tip into the rectum, and then count out loud, slowly. 1, 2, 3, while pushing the plunger in. Count again. 1, 2, 3, before removing the syringe. And finally, count. 1, 2, 3. One last time, while holding the buttocks together.
We will be a bright shining star. We'll be 5 stars.
So it's pretty easy to use. And it's available for you. And even if we don't use it in the emergency department, sometimes patients go home with it and we write prescriptions for it. So we're going to have these trainers available for you. I don't know where we're going to hide them. Where do you think we should put them?
I don't know.
Angie?
I don't know. That's not for me. That's not for me.
Okay, so we'll
That's
figure out
pharmacy
where to
row.
put the
This
trainers.
is not nursing row. This is pharmacy.
And we're also going to have some administration instructions available for the nursing staff to send parents home with in case the Diastat is prescribed for them. And then lastly is on 10/27, this new rabies form will be sent to P&T. And basically when the rabies vaccine is delivered, then pharmacy will also deliver this form and they will delineate the days where the patient should follow up with either the emergency department or immediate care for their respective rabies vaccines. And then it will be distributed to infection control, so they will be able to report it to the state of Illinois. And then the patient will have an opportunity to decide where they're going to follow up. And if it's the emergency department, it's business as usual. And if it's immediate care, then pharmacy will deliver the medication to immediate care. And that is all the updates that we have for you today.
Happy Halloween!
Rex's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
Happy birthday! We've never celebrated your birthday. You better be a blast in a candy bar. Starting October, November. Happy birthday!
It's now the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool. Drax a part of the band in my Monster Mash.
The birthday celebrations have started in October. From now on, everyone will receive a birthday card and a meal pass. Happy birthday.
Then you can Monster Mash. And do my graveyard smash. You'll catch on in a flash. Then you can Monster Mash. Mash. Easy, boy. You impetuous
And the winners of the Inspiration Board for October, Kathy Z. and David L. Both were nominated by their peers. Wonderful things were written about them, so please take time to read those letters that'll be on the Inspiration Board very soon.
To my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash.
The Buffet of Learning's coming up. This is a great way to attend lectures, get CEs, and learn something new. It's also followed by a sports round, so it's a great day of learning. Plan to attend. Of course, don't forget our great Christmas party coming up. Merry Christmas! Of course, this health stream module is talking about the new Foley that's coming out. There's a new process and a new Foley.
The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son.
Miriam wanted me to talk about the crime victims compensation application, so that's what we're doing right now. Someone's walking across the street. Oh! The crime victims application covers pedestrians that were hit by a car in a hit and run.
They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drac's voice.
So the crime victims compensation application also covers battery, assault, kidnapping, domestic battery, and sexual assault and sexual abuse. They have to talk to law enforcement within 72 hours. They have to fill out an application, and that's good for up to 2 years for the application. They must be the victim, not the offender. All the information is located by the radio. There's drawers with all the information on how we get the application, what needs to be filled out. So any questions, ask Miriam. Make sure that the patient gets it. Again, it's hit and run, battery, assault, kidnapping, domestic battery, sexual abuse, sexual assault. Also, what she wanted me to tell you was that they're going to have a bi-monthly trauma meeting that the staff's invited to, and they're going to go over case reviews. They'll get paid for their time, and they get 1 hour CME. And that's about it. Thanks.
Hi, McNeil. I am the ghost of the trauma sheet and of the code sheets. I've got information here for everybody. Just some FYIs, when you use the crash cart at any point in time, make sure that you fill out the code sheet. After you fill it out, the yellow sheet goes in the pink folder. The pink sheet stays with the actual crash cart for pharmacy to take down with them, and the white sheet goes with the chart. If the crash cart's taken down before you got it filled out and finished, just send it down to them so that we get reimbursed for everything. As far as the trauma flow sheets go, make sure that all the flow sheets are filled out completely and that it is signed. The same thing goes with the folder. You've got the yellow sheet that goes with the pink or red folder. You've got the pink that goes in the brown folder, and then the white stays with the chart. All right, happy Halloween.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun.
Don't be a late mummy. Punch in 7 minutes before or 7 minutes after.
And his son.
Don't be a dirty mummy. Clean up after yourself.
and it's a graveyard smash. It's caught on in a flash.
Hey guys, this is a quick speech real quick on our ETOH admissions. We've got to do CWA scores. Please put the CWA score. It hurts. We gotta put the CWA scores in the computer chart. I'm falling apart. But make sure you help the docs. Make sure you help the docs. Remember that with ETOH admissions, there's got to be a reason to admit, not just because they're in ETOH withdrawal. There's got to be tachycardia. There's got to be seizure activity. These people have to have CWAS scores that are, well above 10 into the 12-14 range. If they're not, it's not documented. These are not good admissions, and we suffer financially for them. So please make sure to help the docs when I'm not here. Be my voice. If someone's being admitted for purely ETOH withdrawal, they really have to be sick, and the chart has to prove that. It can't just be because we say so. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Oh, hi. Would you like to hear about how to access your journal base in the library? First, you're going to go to the Explorer. Then you're going to go to the Pulse. Next, you're going to go into Departments. Look for the Medical Library. And then go to Databases. Click on that. And then go to Medline at Ovid. You click on that. Basic search, and then you can type in any keyword you want. So we're going to type in emergency and wait for that to load, and then you just scroll down and there's journals handed to you. You can use these for future projects, further clinical assignments, and future studying purposes, I guess. There could be up to over like 600 different kinds. You just type in any keyword you possibly want to do your project on. And then you always talk to the team leader if you want any further information on how to access these journals, print them, other information. So that's that. Oh, and also, when you're leaving the department, always tell the charge nurse. Tammy, I'm going to leave now.
And it's a graveyard smash. It's caught on in a flash. It's now the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool. Drax a part of the band, and my Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door.